Welcome to the Allen Jake Jacobson Memorial Field in Livingston, New Jersey. I'm Alex Cohen, joined alongside Eli Gorin for the Essex County Tournament Girls Finals. It's the Mount St. Dominic Lions versus the Livingston Lancers, the 1 and 2 seed. You cannot draw it up any better.
Absolutely, Alex. And Mount St. Dominic 19-0 coming into this game. They've had a perfect season so far, including a win against this Livingston team earlier in the year, a 3-2 overtime win. We expect to have another extremely close game in this one.
And one of the big storylines once again for the Lancers, they are plagued by injury. Izzy Kaleli and Casey Conklin started the season out. They are still out. Torn meniscus and a torn ACL. Then Hunter Lanceman came back beginning of the season, coming off a torn ACL last year. Just 3 games ago against Columbia, she tore her other ACL. And last game, Zoe Nightingale went down with an apparent wrist injury. I spoke to her just a couple minutes ago. She is sitting out today with a potential hairline fracture of the ribs.
Obviously not ideal for the Lancers to be playing without some of their better players in the Essex County Finals, but this is a very talented team. Coach Carr very prepared for Mount St. Dominic's. They've seen them before, and Coach Carr doesn't lose to a lot of teams twice.
No, he does not. And both squads similarly breezed through the first 2 rounds. Livingston beating Columbia 5-0, then Newark Academy 3-0. Whereas Mount St. Dominic beat Milburn 7-0 and then West Orange 2-0. But both teams, they were tested in their semifinal rounds. The Lancers played Verona. Dina Bojkovic scored 3 goals in the first half. But the Lancers went to play a very defensive formation in the second. And Verona scored 2, but the Lancers were able to hold on. But now for Mount St. Dominic. They played Montclair. Lena Touche, 2 goals in the first half, very similar to the Lancers. But they were put on their heels by Montclair. Seemingly after those 2 goals, the Lions lost all momentum, and it was all Montclair from that point out.
And both teams got lazy towards the back half of their games, resulting in those games being close. If they play like that in this game, the other team will make them pay. They have to be on their game and have to be perfect. These are the best 2 teams in the Essex County. I don't think it's even close.
Yeah, not at all. And Mount St. Dominic, one of the best prep teams also in the state. They're going to move on to the Prep A tournament final round against Pennington this upcoming Tuesday. So not just one of the best schools in Livingston, one of the best private schools as well.
And this has really been the best year in a while for Mount St. Dominic. They've been good the past couple years, but this has really been a big culmination of it all. 19-0, perfect season to this point. And not only are they bidding for their first ever title, this is the first ever time they've been in the Essex County Finals. Yeah,
and the Lancers, they've been here and done that before. They've won 2 of the past 2 Essex County Tournament Finals. They're looking to make it a 3-peat. Can the Lions dethrone the Queens of Essex County? That's going to remain to be told, but it's definitely going to be a very close heavyweight bout.
And we just saw a great game take place right before this where St. Benedict's, some would say the Kings of high school soccer, took down West Orange for their 2nd straight Essex County tournament title. Now Livingston will look to follow them up and take up home their 3rd straight.
Yeah, and in that game, St. Benedict's, they were supposed to pull out with a pretty decent-sized victory. I mean, they're the #1 team in the nation, but we saw West Orange really crack down. They pressured very heavily. They did not allow a lot of open passes, and that game only ended as a 1-0 finish for St. Benedict's.
Yeah, and that goal to win the game came with under a minute left to play. Nathan Adu finished the game off. It was an amazing game. This one, expect to be just as good, if not better.
Yeah, and we know the Lancers are plagued by injury, but they are coached so well. Coach Brian Carr closing out his 6th season, never had a losing year, and they play so well with absolutely anyone. It's going to be Marissa Solomon taking place for Zoe Nightingale at that right back position, but everyone else is going to be the normal starter for the Lancers.
And this is going to be one of their toughest challenges they've faced all year. Do have 2 losses on the season, one of which coming to this Mount St. Dominic team.
And for the Lions, there are 2 players who the Lancers really going to have to watch out for. At striker today, Gianna Camporeal. She has 25 goals on the season. And Lena Touche, the senior midfielder, scored both in the last game for the Lions. She's up to 24 on the year. 2 very high goal scorers for this Mount St. Dominic squad.
And obviously on the other side for the Lancers, you got Dina Bojkovic to watch. She's had a fantastic senior campaign to this point. She's been the backbone of this team, has scored 7 goals throughout the course of this tournament. She's been so dominant with 29 now on the season.
Bokovic committed to Rutgers. That's where she will play next season. Livingston going to have to do a really nice job of, like also West Orange did, suffocating the attack from the back line, pressuring every single person, not letting a single ball get through. That's going to be what Livingston has to do if they want to win this game. They're down one of their best defenders. They're down multiple players from the beginning of the season, but they've rallied up until this point, looking to make it a three-peat.
They've done a great job rebounding from their injuries. They've had a tough go this year, fighting through injuries, but they've still had an amazing season up to this point, and they've put themselves in a position to win their 3rd straight Essex County tournament title.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough, though, without Nightingale, without Kaleli, who's been the hero for the Lancers in the Essex County final, scored multiple goals across the two finals, both against West Orange. Kaleli closed it out. And also, without Casey Conklin, one of the backbones along this team's back line, and the Lancers might not even have Sienna Goldstein today. She went down with a hamstring injury in the Lancers' last performance. Spoke to Coach Carr. She's also a game-time decision.
Yeah, well, obviously with all the injuries they already have, they definitely really need Goldstein in this game. They've lost a lot of players to injuries. Obviously, they play without Conklin and Kaleli for this season. They've done a good job playing without them. But then the recent injuries with Lanceman going down and Nightingale going down, they're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, and they're facing a very good sophomore goalkeeper in Isabella Raju. 45 saves across 13 games played. She has been a brick wall in net.
Absolutely, and Livingston's going to have a tough time with her. They did put 2 by her in the first meeting between these two teams. Mount St. Dominic has only let up 12 goals this season, 2 of them coming to Livingston in that one game.
It's going to be a close one here in Livingston. Both teams lining up. We'll get the starting lineups to you in just a moment. Want a great way to promote your business and support local teams? Then become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 postseason and winter 2025-26 season. Let us help you promote your business or organization throughout New Jersey at an all and affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code on your screen or get in touch by emailing sponsorships@gardenstateathleticnetwork.com or calling 973-738-3881. Let Garden State Athletic Network make your business the star of the show. despite the home field advantage for the Lancers, they are going to be slated as the away team in this game, as it was scheduled to be played at Caldwell High School. Due to weather delays, that one pushed this game back all the way to Saturday.
Yeah, definitely going to be weird for Livingston being the away team on their home field. But it's just how it played out, and the Lancers still have that home field advantage with a nice home crowd packed for them.
And nothing new to them. They've played here in the finals of the Essex County Tournament back-to-back seasons. Now on to the third, and they're looking to make it a third straight championship, whereas the Lions looking to make it a first in program history. They've never been here before, and they're trying to make a statement win and move on to with their perfect 19-0 season.
Well, this has been probably the best Mount St. Dominic team in their team's history, and it would be a perfect way to cap off their 20th consecutive win to start the season with an Essex County Tournament title.
Both teams getting their final pregame speeches and getting the players ready, as only 80 minutes separates the two squads.
Wait, what did you say?
Oh, no, I'm talking about someone else. But yeah, this one, yeah, we're just recording. You're going to start recording.
I already started.
I wonder what both squads are talking about. Taking a pretty long time here to get set. Livingston always gets a bit of an extra jump. Their bench always standing up. They've sang a couple of times, been good concerts that we've had over the course of this tournament, but they always look to give the Lancers a momentum boost.
That's a big advantage the Lancers have. The team could really rally behind that bench, cheering them on.
So it looks like Sienna Goldstein will indeed be playing for the Lancers. Definitely huge and a good boost of confidence for her favorite partner, Dina Bokovic. The two have combined for over 15 goals on the year. It's the Lancers' favorite duo, and definitely going to be put to the task tonight. So in place of Lanceman will be Sophia Batea playing, and in place of Zoe Nightingale will be Marissa Solomon. And that back line is going to have their work cut out for them, having to deal with Camparelli and Touche, both 24-plus goal scorers on the season. They have the skill, they have the speed, and they have the shot power.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. They could fire it from anywhere. But this Mount St. Dominic team really needs to test the Lancers goalie, Ayla Sherman. Has made 47 saves. She's been tested in her first year as a starting goalie. 16th start of the year incoming for her.
Yeah, Sherman doesn't always face a ton of shots. The Lancers backline does a fantastic job of keeping the ball away from their opponent and outside of the boxes. The Lancers are ready and the Lions are ready, and we are underway here in the Essex County Tournament Final. The Lancers immediately control. Olivia Hans tries to send this one up for Fernandez, but that one is broken down, and now here come the Lions the other way. Pass intercepted by Chloe Wright as we immediately see the fast-paced play of this Lions squad. Touche plays it up ahead for Casas. Casas is tripped up by Chang. She'll take the ball off and start a Lancers attack the other way. Fernandez battling with Cunha. She sends it up ahead for Bojkovic. She's got the speed. Bojkovic in and on a breakaway. Just outside the box, tries to make a woman miss. That ball rolling towards the touchline. It's going to be ruled a Lancers corner, so an early scoring opportunity here for the Lancers.
Yeah, it's who else but Dina Bojkovic making a nice cut to the goal. She's been the Lancers star on the offensive side all year. She forces early pressure on goal, and now a corner kick incoming.
Bojkovic has so much speed, and she uses that so well, able to get around defenders with ease, working on those breakaways, and that's been a huge part of why she scored 29 this season. Daisy Chang will be the corner kick taker for the Lancers. That one goes into the box as it's booted up away by Somoza. That one landing as it's sent towards the back line once again off of Han, so it'll be ruled a goal kick. Bella Raju getting her first touches on the ball so far. Raju sends this high kick up away. That'll bounce at the 35-yard line. Solomon tries to settle that one down, but it's intercepted, and here come the Lions. Far field crossover for Casas. That'll hit off the shoulder of Chloe Wright as it leads Alexa Cunha. Cunha cutting back to the top of the box. She'll pull up, tries to cross that one and through on goal. It's cleared away by De Oliveira, but right to Davitt. That shot on goal goes high, just wide of the goalposts.
The Lions looking to get out to another hot start. We saw them jump out to an early 2-0 lead in their win over Montclair in the semifinals. Main reason why they won, Montclair really took control of the game throughout the rest after Mount St. Dominic jumped in front by 2. Looking to do it again against Livingston.
And Livingston also played really far back on their heels after they got out to a 3-0 lead. They're also looking to strike first in this game. Bojkovic immediately pressuring Somoza. She'll have to play that one back over for Bella Raju as she looks to spring a Lions attack. That one batted down by Alexa Cunha. She plays this one up ahead over for Reina Casas. Stomach down and controlled, cleared away by Daisy Chang. And now booted up by Hans. That'll go right down to the foot of Bojkovic. She'll play to her back line in Chloe Wright. Now she works it out for Chang. Lancers using everyone on their back line, and now it goes out for Levitsky. She'll send this one up ahead, batted down by the Lions. De Oliveira immediately pressuring Touche. Touche along the wing, battling with Hans. Trying to get an angle. Touche's cross. That one goes across the back line, so it's going to be a corner here for the Lions.
It was an excellent job by Olivia Hans going one-on-one with one of the Lions' best players. She did an excellent job fighting that away and kicking it off.
Yeah, Hans able to use her body, shield Touche out to the outside. And now a chance reciprocating the corner from Livingston here for Mount St. Dominic. That one into the box. It'll sail high, bouncing around as Sherman's able to punch this one away. Rebound, she falls right on it.
Ayla Sherman needed every single inch of her body to make that save. As we see it pop up into the air, she reaches up to keep it out and then just falls on the rebound. A couple players crashing the net.
Yeah, it looked like Sherman punched that one up off of the crossbar. It's going to be a foul called against Alexa Cunha. So she's immediately getting a talking to by the referee, and we're only 5 minutes into the game.
I guess these refs trying to set the tone early, trying to let these teams know that they're not going to tolerate any sort of foul play.
Yeah, we saw that West Orange game get a little bit physical towards the end. Started handing out some cards. Bojkovic trying to work in around Casas. That ball played along the touch line. It's going to be ruled a goal kick. Bella Raju set to kick this one away. It goes right to Emily Fernandez. She tries to send this one up ahead for Bokovic, but that one was just too far for her. Now over for Casas, back to Cunha. Alexa Cunha tries to work this one up ahead for Camporelli. That one batted down by Chang, and now for De Oliveira in the midfield. They're going to rule that. Looks like it's going to be a handball on De Oliveira.
And not her fault. That one just kind of popped up and caught her in the hand. Nothing you can really do about that there.
Lena Touche, the low line drive kick, bouncing around the top of the box as Chang able to clear. And now De Oliveira on the follow-up will be sent away. Goes right for Jackie Karsic. Now Karsic out wide for Giordano. Giordano, step overs, getting to the back line. That one rolls in on goal as Sherman's able to gather. Sherman taking her time. She'll boot this one up away. Headed down by Botea to her back line. Let's Chloe Wright with it now. Wright will dish it off for Chang as she feeds Ariana Levitsky. Levitsky, one of the stronger legs on this Lancers defense, as we see it right there. Plays it right to Sienna Goldstein. That will go off of her foot and out of play, so here come the Lions the other way on the throw. Intended for Camporelli. It'll bounce off of her foot out of play, so now the Lancers take over possession. Solomon taking her time, tries to find De Oliveira. That one squirts loose. Lena Touche trying to make the head-made pass over for Camporelli. That one's cleared away, but it comes right back to the foot of Lena Touche. Touche trying to get to the outside, working around Botea. She'll send that one over for Alexa Cunha. Cunha up ahead, intended for Casas. Nice job from Chloe Wright to get a foot in as trying to spring Dina Bojkovic. Bojkovic over for Fernandez along the wing. Fernandez takes her time. She'll pull up with it. She sends that one cross through, bouncing around Bojkovic, trying to gather as it's cleared away by David off the head of De Oliveira. Now sent well away, well in front of Camporelli. Levitsky will let it roll over to her goalkeeper, Ayla Sherman. Another low punt. Botea getting ahead on it to move the ball up ahead. Settled down by Karsic in the midfield. Now we're for Touche. That pass is broken up by Levitsky as now Chloe Wright tries to clear. That one goes off the stomach of Touche. She looked a little shaken up after that, but it falls right back to her feet. Touche over for Casas. Casas racing along the wing, sends that one through. It's broken up and cleared by the Lancers. Sent right to Jackie Karsic, now over for Emma Lebrunda. Lebrunda fighting with Levitsky. She's able to clear this. It will roll well downfield. Somoza letting this one get towards the sideline. It won't roll out of play. She'll hold it in. Now she'll leave it for Davitt. Now out wide for Alexa Cunha. Cunha tries to play that one to her sister Tatiana, but the weak-footed pass was broken up by the Lancers, and now here comes De Oliveira trying to spring Fernandez. It's broken up by Davitt. Touche gets around Botea. She's got green grass in front of her. Lena Touche step-overs around Daisy Chang, now to the outside. She sends that one in for Casas as Daisy Chang able to recover and get back to that. Bojkovic will leave it for Fernandez as Fernandez sends that one off the side of her foot and out of play.
Good opportunities for both these teams on both ends. We've really seen Mount St. Dominic start to pressure a little bit. This Livingston back line holding strong so far.
Yeah, and they're really trying to work the play through Lena Touche. And we've seen the Lancers back line back up a little bit once Touche has that ball. Similar to what Marcus Jackson was doing against Amadou Hahn, trying to let her make a move before they bite, and Touche gets around.
Absolutely, and with her, you kind of have to let Touche make the first move.
De Oliveira plays it over for Botea. She sends this one up ahead, settled down by Somoza. Now over for Alexa Cunha. Cunha boots up ahead over the head of Camporelli. Rolling in on goal as Sherman steps up and makes the save. Well, Eli, it's just like you mentioned, some pretty good opportunities here for both sides, but play so far seeming to favor the Lions. Fernandez sends that one out of play off of a Mount St. Dominic player, so the Lancers will have a throw. It's going to be Chloe Wright. But it's been a lot of low leverage chances. Short shots, slower shots that Sherman's just been able to easily control.
Yeah, we've seen a couple high leverage chances for Mount St. Dominic, but nothing too bad so far, as neither one of these teams has a really insanely good chance.
Great pressure from Hans, tries to spring Sienna Goldstein. That one broken up, lands right back at the feet of Goldstein. She's working with it along the sideline, plays it into the midfield for Botea. Pass intended for De Oliveira, but that one's intercepted by Touche. Nice job using the speed from Bojkovic, getting back to that one, taking possession over for the Lancers. Bojkovic pressuring, forcing Mount St. Dominic to send this one to the sideline, held in along the line by Chloe Wright. She tries to send the through ball for Fernandez. That one will roll out of play as now substitutions being made by the Lions.
Well, Wright had a lot of time and space there to send that one through to Fernandez, but just sent that one off the side of her foot. Bad misplay from Wright. That's something she needs to get right.
Izzy Di Lorenzo came in for Tatiana Cunha. Levitsky plays that one back for Sherman as she boots this one up ahead across the 50-yard line as it's batted down by Somoza, now played into the midfield. It's Di Lorenzo on it. Tries to work this one up ahead for Giordano, broken up by Solomon and cleared. LeBrundo will hold this one in along the sideline as she looks to switch fields. Leaves it over for Somoza, and she'll take her time. Somoza tries to send that one back over for LeBrundo, rolled out of play. So now substitutions here for the Lancers. It's going to be Ariel Stein who will come in for Sophia Botea. Well, Stein always seems to make some sort of an impact. She is a very physical player, has that kind of bulldog mentality, wants to get right back into the play. But here comes Giordano along the wing. Nice job from Solomon to cut off the angle. Left off over for Fernandez. She boots this one up ahead, springing Dina Bojkovic. That one takes a bounce, goes over the head of Bojkovic as now the Lions look to clear and go the other way.
Just an unlucky bounce for Bojkovic. If that one took the correct bounce she thought it was going to take, she would have been gone.
Yeah, Bojkovic, not the tallest of players, but definitely uses her speed and strength to get to. So now a corner kick coming here for the Lions. They've had one already. It was unsuccessful. Still knotted at zeros with 26:20 to play in the first half. Karsic to take the corner. That one sent over the head of everybody. Now across, completely across fields over towards that right flag. As Reina Casas tries to send that one in on goal, but it's cleared, held in by Casas. She tries to center that one once again. Casas won't hold this one in, however. It's going to go for a Lions throw.
Well, Livingston has to do a better job at getting these balls out when they're given opportunities to. That got a good chance for Mount St. Dominic because they couldn't clear it.
Yeah, that shot sent in on goal as it was grabbed by Ayla Sherman. Sherman punts this one up ahead off the knee of Fernandez. It'll roll out of play. Casas tries to play that one over for Cunha. They'll roll that one off of Fernandez, so Casas will take the throw once again. Nice job from Camporelli. That one broken up from Levitsky as Stein sends that one right up into the air and out of play. Jackie Karsich coming off the field for the Lions. Now played ahead into the midfield over for Di Lorenzo. Now to the back line for Davitt. Davitt looks to work this one up ahead for Camporelli. That one flicked over the head of Chloe Wright towards the sideline as it'll be ruled off the Lancer player. That was Stella DiFrancisco. Lancer supporters unhappy with that ruling, but it did look like it took a touch off of DiFrancisco and went out of play. So it's going to be Cunha. Send that one into the midfield intended for her sister Tatiana. That one will roll across the back line. So now a Lancer goal kick. Eli, this game definitely hasn't had as much excitement as the first one, but both teams doing a nice job of playing to their structure.
Absolutely. Both these teams have really been very solid throughout the course of this game as we've about to reach the midway point of this first half.
That one goes over the head of Stein. Now battling for it is Stein and Touche in the midfield. Stein will cut back, get around Touche. Not the easiest thing to do. Now played up ahead for Lena Touche. Nice job from Levitsky to step up and break up that rush. Ball once again rolling towards the sideline. It'll go out of play. It's going to be a Lancers throw. Chloe Wright looking over her options. She'll play this one down for DiFrancisco. It's rolling across the top of the box, and Stein just has to boot this one out of play. Alexa Cunha plays this one over for Camporelli, sent out of play by Chloe Wright, and another throw for the Lions. That one broken up by Chloe Wright as it's to the top of the box over for Reina Casas. Cleared away by De Oliveira to the back line of the Lions. It's Somoza on it. She sends this one back in. Reina Casas shoves Stein down to the ground as a foul is called, so a free kick upcoming for the Lancers. Chang takes that kick. She sends it up ahead, headed by Somoza. Bunch of headers coming from both teams as LaBrunda tries to spring Giordano. Solomon will let this one roll across the sideline. Now a throw-in for Livingston. Solomon will play it to the feet of De Oliveira. De Oliveira's pass right back to Solomon was slowed up, but it rolls once again out of play off of a Lion foot. Goldstein battling. That one rolling towards the sideline. De Oliveira keeps it in, sends it up ahead for LaBrunda. Now Bojkovic battling forward along the sideline. That'll roll off of the foot of a Lion. She tries the quick throw in to Sienna Goldstein. Too far for her as Mount St. Dominic clears. That'll be played across fields for Tatiana Cunha. Now to the back line and Alexa Cunha. Cunha upfield for Reina Casas. Casas Over for Tatiana Cunha. Stepping up was Daisy Chang, and she'll send it out of play. Alexa Cunha right to her sister Tatiana. Played right back to Alexa. It'll roll off of her foot and out of play. Over for DeFrancisco, battling for it and booted away by Marina Casas, going to the back line of Livingston. Levitsky has possession. She'll boot this one up ahead, intended for Bojkovic. Now batted away by Somoza and settled down by Olivia Hans. Here comes Olivia Hans along the wing. Hans with speed, trying to work around both Cunha sisters. Hans still with it, gets a little jersey tug. She keeps possession. Over now for Stella DeFrancisco. She tries the through ball for Dina Bojkovic, but Bojkovic stumbled just before getting to that one.
Bojkovic had to pull up a little bit and backtrack her steps because she was going to be off sides. And right as she was doing that, that ball was sent through. So she didn't really get that running start to the ball that she needed.
First bit of offensive pressure in a while for the Lancers, seeming like ever since that Bojkovic breakaway, it's been all Mount St. Dominic. That ball will be ruled out of play by our sideline referee, so a throw in here for Livingston as Emily Fernandez waits to check back into this game. And while there haven't been a ton of shots on goal from either side, it really seems like Mount St. Dominic is just completely dominating possession. The Lancers, every time they get the ball, are just sending it away. DeFrancisco looking to make the headway pass for De Oliveira, broken up by Somoza and played out to the Lancers midfielders. Right over for Daisy Chang. Chang tries the long home run pass for Bojkovic, broken up once again by Davitt and sent away. Now up ahead, Casas not paying attention, so that one's intercepted as here comes Bojkovic. Dina Bojkovic in on a breakaway. Stepping up is Raju. She falls on it. The beautiful pass from Chloe Wright sent Bojkovic in on a breakaway, but Bella Raju broke up the chance.
Well, Bojkovic, probably the fastest girl on this field, and she knows it, and she used her speed right there. Definitely frustrated with herself. She just took one touch too many, let that ball get a little bit too far in front of her, and allowed Raju to step up to make the play.
But that was fantastic recognition from Bella Raju. She's only a sophomore, not a ton of experience. Substitutions for both sides. Goldstein will come out for the Lancers. Casas coming out for the Lions. It's Karsic and Fernandez stepping in. You see Goldstein had that taped up knee. Here comes Giordano trying to spring Camporelli. That one too far behind her, so the Lancers clear. Levitsky sending this one over towards the left sideline, and Stella DeFrancisco will settle it down as it lands over for Davitt. Wright sent up ahead, but now played back to the Lancers' back line. Daisy Chang will use her chest to block that one and play it over for Ariana Levitsky, being pressured by Camporelli. Falls over for Touche. Lena Touche working in on Solomon and Stein. Touche still with possession, sends this across goal and sent out of play by a leaping Chloe Wright.
This is kind of giving us sort of the vibes of the St. Benedict's West Orange game we just saw, with Mount St. Dominic taking the place of St. Benedict's. They're controlling most of the play here in this first half, though Livingston has had a couple good chances.
Jackie Karsic will take the corner for Mount St. Dominic, their third of the half. So we're now under 15 minutes to play. Still knotted at zeros. That one across the top of the box. Shot goes wide.
Dangerous look for the Lions. We'll see a replay here. It's a beautiful cross on the corner. Perfectly centered, and that one-touch shot just whistles wide.
That was Lena Touche on the near. That went a little wide. Now into the midfield, headed down by Karsich. That'll come over for Izzy De Lorenzo. Now sent across the sideline. Cleared away now by Solomon to the midfield. Bojkovic racing after it. She gets possession. Here comes Dina Bojkovic the other way. Somoza quickly behind her. Bojkovic trying to spring DeFrancisco too far behind as it's taken by Alexa Cunha. Nice job from Stein to recognize that one intended for Camporelli. Now DeFrancisco uses the body to knock it away from Di Lorenzo. Now Bojkovic once in again. That one over towards the sideline, so she'll slow up and take possession. Bojkovic taking her time, looking over her options. She'll get down to the touchline now. Bojkovic trying to work in. That one stolen by Davitt. And now finally cleared. The Lancers trying to swing the momentum back into their favor. They'll play the possession game along their back line. Levitsky tries to play this one out wide for Solomon, but behind her as Giordano was crashing.
I wonder if Bojkovic might be a little bit banged up. She's very leisurely making her way back towards midfield. She's way about 30 yards behind that back line. Just a little offsides, Alex.
Just a little. Now sent up ahead by DeFrancisco. Goes over for Cunha. She sends this one well deep in on goal. It'll roll across the back line. So now a goal kick here for the Lancers. Goldstein coming back into this one in exchange for DeFrancisco. And Izzy De Lorenzo also coming out of this one in exchange for Reina Casas. Sherman sends this one up ahead over the head of all the Mount St. Dominic players. That one goes off the shin of Goldstein and out of play. Nice job from Camporelli to flick this one over the head of Chloe Wright. Camporelli keeps it in along the sideline, working on Olivia Hans. Great job from Hans to use the body. Camporelli almost got back to that one, but it's cleared away. Fernandez tries to spring Bojkovic. Raju recognizes the chance. She'll step up and send this one away. Goldstein playing the midfielder's position. Through ball goes for Emily Fernandez. Fernandez has space. The time was closing. That one will be ruled off of Casas, so a Lancer throw. Chloe Wright to take the throw, trying to find Dina Bojkovic. She will. Bojkovic trying to settle it down, battling with Karsich. She'll play it into the midfield over for Olivia Hans as she gets shoved down by Karsich. Now sent back up ahead as Bella Raju comes out of her goal to sweep up the garbage. Raju's punt up and away at the 50-yard line. Goes off the back of the leg of Ariel Stein. Now once again trying to spring Bojkovic. Bojkovic battling with Somoza. Somoza able to cut off Bojkovic's speed, and play that one now over into the midfield as it's intercepted by De Oliveira. She'll cut back, tries to send that one for Hans. Headed up by Daisy Chang, and now the leaping header from Touche. Now over for Karsic. Her headway pass intended for Giordano was broken up, so the Lancers will go back to the possession game. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Still deadlocked at zeros, but great chances for both sides. LeBrunda boots this one up and out of play, so now a Lancers throw. So Solomon will to take it. Zoe Nightingale trying to put a charge into this Lancers squad. Camporelli racing. She's taken down. No whistle blown. Play continues to roll across the back line, but nonetheless a corner will be ruled. The fourth corner kick of the half for the Lions. They're 0 for 3 so far. Can they capitalize here? It'll be Jackie Karsic. She'll send this cross into the box as it's grabbed by Sherman.
Another beautiful cross, but that one lands right in the stomach of Ayla Sherman. Makes no mistake and swallows it up. Reaching the final 7 minutes of this second half. It's been a really good game so far.
That one sent up ahead from Fernandez, taken down by David as she looks to spring Camporelli. That'll land right at the feet of Ariel Stein. Nice job from Bojkovic to leave it for Fernandez. Now the pass over for Bojkovic. She uses her speed, gets around Alexa Cunha. Bojkovic into the box. That one will roll across the back line, so now a goal kick. And nothing new here for the Lancers as it's once again another concert along the sideline. Izzy DiLorenzo will come in for Jackie Karsic. Here comes the boot from Raju over the head of DiLorenzo, knocked down by Goldstein. She tries to spring Bojkovic, but that one intercepted by Somoza and cleared away. Over for Giordano along the left wing, broken up by Ariel Stein. Stein attempted the pass for Bojkovic. That one broken up and intercepted by Somoza. Now up ahead for Costas. Costas wasn't paying enough attention. That one will roll out of play. Throw in from right goes straight over to Olivia Hans. Hans through feed over for Fernandez. She leaves it for Bojkovic. Bojkovic in a 3-on-1. Bojkovic gets the outside. She shoots and scores! Who other than Dina Bojkovic has the Lancers up 1?
Oh, Dina Bojkovic, who's been so dominant throughout the tournament. She's missed a couple chances so far today, makes no mistake here. Goes up against 2 Lions defending. She crosses them both up and fires a near perfect shot. That's her 30th goal this season and maybe her biggest one to this point.
And what a goal it was. Like you mentioned, tremendous speed and skill. She's dominated the tournament for the Lancers. 2 hat tricks so far, 1 against Columbia and 1 against Verona. And she's already got 1 here. 5:45 to go in the first half.
8 goals now throughout this tournament for Dina Bojkovic. Unbelievable.
She has been so good all season, showing why she's committed to play soccer at the next level at Rutgers University. Well, slow play here for the Lions. Alexa Cunha. That one headed away by Levitsky over for Touche in the midfield. Touche using her time and space to get around Emily Fernandez. Now for Alexa Cunha. Nice job from Daisy Chang to break that one up. Lands right over for Somoza. Somoza up ahead, intended for Giordano. Giordano's pass broken up by Solomon as it comes back for Karsic. Now sent in on goal. Easy save for Ayla Sherman as she'll fall right back on it. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Nice punt from Sherman up ahead. Knocked down by Casas, but comes over to Emily Fernandez. The pass from Di Lorenzo intended for Giordano. That one too far for Giordano as it'll roll out of play. Marissa Solomon on the throw over the head of Lena Touche, headed up by Di Lorenzo, and now that one will bounce under the foot of Davitt, settled down by Solomon and played over for Alexa Cunha. Cunha tries to send it over for Camporelli. It'll go off the bottom of Camporelli's foot as she, working towards the sideline, will hold it in. Gianna Camporelli in on goal will be left for Sherman. Sherman up ahead, touchdown by Fernandez, battling with Reina Casas. Fernandez down to the turf as it's cleared by Stein. Now to the foot of Dina Bojkovic, making one woman miss as Alexa Cunha able to break that one up. Nice job from De Oliveira to step up, and now the slide from Wright. And Wright was elbowed there by Alexa Cunha, much to the displeasure of Coach Carr. Can see the Lancers really have a jolt of energy here after that goal. Camporelli works around Wright, once again battling with Hans. Olivia Hans up 2-0 on Camporelli in the battles. Win that game against Verona. Olivia Hans, somewhat dormant. Did not say her name a lot, but she has been a very big factor so far in this contest. Now, that one will be left over for Bella Raju. Raju with tons of time and space. She'll elect to send this one up ahead. Kneed down by Olivia Hans and sent ahead by Cunha. That one batted down by Chang right to the foot of Camporelli. She tries to send that one through for Touche, but too far for her. Now Dina Bojkovic on it for the Lancers. Bojkovic trying to turn on the Jets. She gets by two. Bojkovic being held in the back by Cunha. No whistle blown as that one kicked through the legs of Bojkovic. She looking a little gassed. A minute 30 here to play in the first frame. Right. Throws that one in over the head of Fernandez. Batted down by Olivia Hans. Battling with Lena Touche. Sent ahead by De Oliveira. Davitt will chase towards the 18-yard box. Sent out of play by Davitt. So now a Lancers throw. An unforced error here for the Lions has Livingston deep inside of Mount St. Dominic territory. Wright throws it to the midfield for Olivia Hans. She'll take her time, play to the back line, and Daisy Chang. Chang boots it up ahead. And Emily Fernandez in alone. Fernandez shoots, saved by Raju. Looked like Fernandez had a lot more time, but nonetheless, Raju makes a great save here to keep this one 1-0.
Definitely a little bit of confusion for Mount St. Dominic on that back line. I don't know how Emily Fernandez got in alone like that. But like you said, Alex, she had so much more time and space to settle at and take a better shot.
Looked like a little bit of an MLS penalty kick, just in on the breakaway, just her and the goalkeeper. As the final seconds of the first half will tick away as Dina Bojkovic gets her 30th of the season, and the Lancers are up 1 heading to halftime. We'll be back with second half action after this. Want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams? Then become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 postseason and winter 2025-26 season. Let us help you promote your business or organization throughout New Jersey, all at an affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code on your screen or get in touch by emailing sponsorships@gardenstateathleticnetwork.com or calling 973-738-3881. Let Garden State Athletic Network make your business the star of the show.
Yeah, do you have another card down there? This card has 15 minutes left.
Back now in Livingston, New Jersey for second half action here of the Essex County Tournament Finals. Mount St. Dominic controlled much of possession in the first 30 minutes of that first half, but then Dina Bojkovic ended up scoring on a breakaway, put it just inside that left post, and the Lancers had a jolt of energy. They played very well closing out that 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I said this in the St. Benix West Orange game after half one. Mount St. Dominic has had the quantity of chances. They've had a lot of solid chances, but Livingston has really had the best chances in this game. They've had 2 breakaways and the chance where Dina Bojkovic scored the goal, as we'll take a look at one more time at this amazing goal from Bojkovic, her 30th goal of the year, just crossing up the Mount St. Dominic defense and burying it, picking her spot, and it was a beautiful one.
And she's scored 30 of those this season. And now Mount St. Dominic, the 1 seed, 19-0, their perfect season on the line. They're back on their heels, starting the second half.
Yeah, you know, they're really going to give a nice push to begin this second half. They want to continue their perfect season and win an Essex County title. They're going to be disappointed with anything less than that.
And for the Lions, Lena Touche, she looked immaculate there in the first half, showed a lot of skill, used her speed very well to her advantage, but unable to really convert on a lot of those passes that she was making.
Yeah, she kind of seemed like she wanted to do it herself sometimes, and that's not how you got to play in soccer. You need to use every single teammate to your advantage. She didn't really there, and that's why she wasn't able to find the back of the net. But we'll see what they said to her in that huddle at halftime and how she's going to come out and respond in this second half with her team trailing by a goal.
Yeah, Touche really going to try and be the focal point of this offense, as she's been all afternoon so far, but they've also done a good job of getting the ball to Gianna Camporelli. And once Camporelli has the ball, it's very difficult to stop her. But Olivia Hans has done a fantastic job of working on Camporelli, really using her body to fend Camporelli off the ball.
Yeah, well, a lot of this Livingston midfield and back line is out right now, so Hans needs to step up in a big way today, and she definitely has so far. She has really shut down Camporelli, one of the best players on this Mount St. Dominic team, 25 goals for her throughout her senior year. But we'll see how they respond going into half number 2.
And only 40 minutes separates this Livingston Lancers squad from their 3rd straight Essex County Championship. The Lions will take possession here in the second half as they look to keep their perfect season alive. 19-0 as of right now. Both teams are set and ready, as are we. And Gianna Camporelli will kick it right over to Lena Touche, who will send it up ahead. Now over for Sophia Giordano, battling along with Marissa Solomon. Nice job from Solomon to poke this one away from Giordano. Solomon throws that one right down over for Karsic. Referee will blow the whistle, and we'll have to do this throw all over. So it'll be LeBrunda who will take the throw. LaBrunda over for Camporelli. Camporelli in a 1-on-2, battling against Solomon and Stein. Stein controlling along the sideline. That one's poked away as it comes into the midfield over for Tatiana Cunha. Sends this one cross field for Casas. Ball bouncing around as it's cleared by Chloe Wright. Over to the sideline. Held in. Over now for Casas along the wing. Reina Casas has the ball taken off of her foot and cleared by the Lancers. So very similar to that first half. Mount St. Dominic really controlling possession, but the Lancers standing tall defensively. Comes over for Camporelli. Left off. That shot goes off the crossbar and not in. What an opportunity for the Lions.
I don't know how that one stayed out. From our angle, it looked like it could have gone off the crossbar and in. But no, that went off the bottom of the crossbar and bounced off the line.
What a chance for Lena Touche to even this game up. But nonetheless, it will be a corner kick for Karsic and the Lions. Here comes the cross from Jackie Karsic. Punched up by Sherman. That rebound shot is going to roll wide. It'll be a goal kick here for the Lancers. Nice kick from Sherman up ahead. That one batted down by Karsic, lands at the feet of Goldstein. Now over for Fernandez, tries to send that one through for Bojkovic. Bouncing around, Bojkovic battling for it, now sent up ahead over for Karsic. Karsic takes an angle on Goldstein, plays it over for Giordano, now back for Karsic. Nice job from Stein to step up. She'll stumble down, but able to poke this ball out to the sideline. Karsic throws over for Camporelli. Gianna Camporelli working in on Marissa Solomon. Sends that cross through, goes just off the shoulder of Casas. Now the high cross in on goal. Easy save for Sherman. Punted up ahead by Ayla Sherman. Bojkovic tried to head that one up and turn away. Comes back over now along the wing for Sofia Giordano. Up ahead for Camporelli. Now cleared by De Oliveira. Nice leaping job by Somoza to keep the ball away from Dina Bojkovic. Now over for Touche along the wing. Cleared up by Chloe Wright. This is very similar to what the Lancers did against Verona. They got that lead, but then played very defensive-minded.
And that's not how you want to work right now. You want to keep on pushing and grab that insurance goal. If you focus too much on playing defense, it's going to come back and bite you. You're going to get too conservative, and they're going to finally get past that back line and try to tie this game.
Yeah, and just like you mentioned, that insurance goal would mean everything for Livingston. It would give them a 2-0 lead. And that would be absolutely huge against a team with the skill of Mount St. Dominic.
And Livingston doesn't give up a lot of goals, only .76 goals against per game, so a second goal would be huge.
Some miscommunication there on the Lancers' back line as Marissa Solomon able to step up and get to that one. Now Ariel Stein clears this one away across midfield. And with that conservative play, the Lancers are giving Dina Bojkovic next to no chance to score. Now played over for Karsic. She'll leave it for Emma LaBrunda. LaBrunda up ahead for Sofia Giordano. Giordano's cross intended for Camporelli, headed away by Daisy Chang and cleared. Lands back at the feet of Emma LaBrunda. LaBrunda gets around Stein. Now sends that one off the shin of Karsic, played along the wing for Giordano. Giordano on the cross goes off the shin of Levitsky and out of play. Here comes a Lion corner.
They've had a couple nice crosses so far to begin this game. And Karsic will take it. She's been so good with her corner kicks so far today. Comes so close to tying this game. and taking the leader in the first half.
Yeah, all of her corners have come right into the middle of the box. Here comes the corner for Karsich over everybody's head. That one headed away and now lands at the foot of Camporelli. Comes back for Karsich. She tries to cross but sends it to the opposite side of the box. Kicked up by Casas and across the back line. So the Lions really struggling to convert on these corner kicks. They've had 6 of them so far in this game, and they're 0 for all of them.
Yeah, well, despite getting some good kicks and some good opportunities off those corners, they haven't found a way to beat Sherman yet.
More miscommunication, sends Lena Touche in. Touche shoots, she scores! Lena Touche has evened this game up at 1.
Oh, I don't really know what was going on with the Lancers there, as it just looks like some bad miscommunication. Olivia Hans and Daisy Chang both thought the other one was going to get the ball, and that allowed Touche, the best player on this Mount St. Dominic team, to get a clear shot in on goal, and she wasn't wasting her opportunity this time. She ties it, and this game has been a fantastic one up to this point, and we're all evened up again.
Yeah, and another thing with that goal, Touche falling to the ground over towards her left side, but a great job of just shooting that one past the outstretched arms of Ayla Sherman. And you had to think, with the amount of chances that Mount St. Dominic had, they were going to score eventually, and they just did.
Like we were talking about, Alex, when you play such a defensive game, you really just start to think a little too much about trying to conserve the lead, and that's exactly what just happened. Chang and Hans just overthought it.
And that led to Touche able to even this game up as things are now getting interesting. So after that goal, Ariel Stein came out in exchange for Sophia Botea for the Lancers. Touche battling with Hans. She gets it around Olivia Hans, but it's too far for Touche after that second touch as Botea clears it up ahead. Nice job from Raju colliding with Bojkovic. The clock will stop. Bojkovic seems a bit shaken up after that play. She will get up okay. And they're going to rule this a free kick for Livingston, coming just outside of the box.
A very late call, but it's going to give Livingston a great opportunity to grab that lead right back.
And it seems like really incidental contact there from Bojkovic, and it looked like Bojkovic even ran into Raju. So Daisy Chang has the chance for the Lancers to pull right back out and take the lead. Levitsky racing in behind everybody into the box. And that wall for Mount St. Dominic looks to be a bit too close.
I think the Livingston bench was wondering why that wasn't a penalty shot. They thought that foul came inside the box.
It looks like it's just outside of it. An interesting angled free kick coming here for Daisy Chang and the Lancers. Here comes the shot. That one off the uprights, headed down and saved by Raju.
I couldn't tell if that one went off the crossbar or off the goal post of the field goal. You think they would rule that out of play?
Definitely. I mean, it would have sailed way over the net.
There was no whistle blew, so I wonder if Livingston scored there, what they would have done. But I imagine they would have called it off.
Great play from Levitsky to send Camporelli down to the turf. Camporelli quickly back on it, but now the Lancers looking to clear. It's settled down by Alexa Cunha. It'll be played back to Bella Raju. Raju will switch field, send this one up ahead, headed down now by Botea and cleared by Mount St. Dominic. That one played towards the sideline. Camporelli steps up. She uses her speed to get right back to it. Emily Fernandez right behind her. Camporelli gets around Fernandez. Chang steps up. She able to send this one up in the air and cleared. Karsich now back over for Somoza and out wide for Emma Labrunda. Labrunda plays it down low now for Sophia Giordano. She tries to cross it in, but it's broken up by Daisy Chang. Goldstein being heavily pressured. She'll be forced to play it back for Marissa Solomon, and Solomon clears. The Lancers still trying to just get that through ball over for Boykovich, have her use her speed, but all these passes have been pretty sloppy. Beautiful moves down low from Lena Touche, sends that one over the field of Casas. Casas tries to keep this one in. It'll be ruled out of play, so now a goal kick for Sherman and the Lancers. And one of the big things that the Lancers are missing with the absence of Zoe Nightingale is that rush from their right back up along the wing. And she did such a great job of getting up into the attack. And with Marissa Solomon, definitely a change of tactics for Coach Carr. Wright will take the throw. She'll play it over for Emily Fernandez, but Wright will clear this one downfield, headed away by Mount St. Dominic. Falls right to the foot of Lena Touche. She's tripped up by De Oliveira as Fernandez just throws it upfield. That one, however, gathered by Bella Raju. Raju with the short punt went off of the side of her foot towards the sideline. Giordano and Botea the first ones to it. Levitsky steps up, takes it away from Camporelli. Now Solomon trying to fend Camporelli off. Nice job from Marissa Solomon, able to successfully keep Gianna Camporelli away from the ball. Levitsky trying to reach through the legs of Camporelli and steal it away, but here comes Lena Touche. Throws DeFrancisco. My mistake, that's Chloe Wright to the ground. Now over for Casas. She'll cut back. Now goes back towards the goal line. Reina Casas in the box. Sends this to the middle for Camporelli. Broken up. Over to Touche, and that one goes off the uprights.
Good pressure from Mount St. Dominic as they've come out firing to begin half number 2. They've gotten the equalizer. Now they're really hunting for that goal to take the lead. They've come close a couple of times.
Tatiana Cunha will come out for Izzy DiLorenzo. Now sent ahead by Ayla Sherman. Solomon racing back to it. She's getting out to the sideline. That looks like it took a deflection off of Giordano. Solomon down hurt, not a great sign for the Lancers. Want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams? Then become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 postseason and winter 2025-26 season. Now played over for Giordano. Botea looking to clear, plays it up ahead for De Oliveira. Taken away by Emma Labrunda. Over to the sideline. Will go out of play off of Labrunda. Substitutions here for the Lancers. Botea coming back out for Stein. Nice to see Solomon staying in for the Lancers. Solomon throws it to Stein in the midfield, who's immediately pressured by Touche. De Oliveira able to clear and spring Dina Bojkovic. That one rolling towards the back line. It'll roll out of play too far for Bojkovic. Raju sends this one out towards the sideline. LeBrunda gathers. She looks to send this one up ahead. Pass was shanked as it comes right back to Di Lorenzo. But De Oliveira stepped up and now lands at the feet of Sienna Goldstein. Now played up ahead for Bojkovic. That one rolled off of her foot and turned it over. Stein pressured by Camparelli. Here comes Gianna Camparelli in a 1-on-3. Camparelli plays it over for Touche. Lena Touche from the top of the box sends that one through the uprights. Great work there from Camparelli and Touche, but Lena Touche's shot from the top of the box just sailed too high. Ayla Sherman now up ahead, headed in the midfield by Karsic, out towards the sideline, held in by Fernandez and played into the midfield for Ariel Stein. Over for now De Oliveira. She'll play to the back line as Chloe Wright gears up to clear it away. Dina Bojkovic well off sides as that play gets blown down.
Bojkovic just got a little too excited there. She was clearly off sides, just taking a couple too much hops in behind that defense.
And Bojkovic offsides by a good 15 to 20 yards. Bella Raju from the 40-yard line will take this free kick. Camparelli battling for it, now comes over for Touche. Her shot, low ground ball, will roll wide. The Lancers really need to start to suppress Lena Touche. She's been super solid, now finally trying to do it all of herself. Now Sherman's line drive kick sent ahead over all of the Lancers' heads, and it will roll out of play. That throw in too fast for the referees. Now Tatiana Cunha coming up in here for Jackie Karsic. Play forward along the wing. Ball squirts out for Fernandez. She's able to clear as it's rolling now back over for Raju. Raju will let this one roll across the back line and take the goal kick.
Livingston needs to wake up a little bit. They've gotten out to a really slow start in the first 16 minutes of this second half so far. They've allowed Mount St. Dominic to climb back in and tie it. So they're really going to have to be more locked in these last 24 minutes and counting to try to win this game.
Raju sends that short goal kick up ahead. And a foul being called here against Mount St. Dominic just outside the 30-yard line. Nice opportunity here for the Lancers. Daisy Chang has the leg to make this one towards Raju. The Lions trying to crowd the box. Ball sent in on goal, but it's grabbed by Raju. No real threat there from the Lancers as Raju able to punt this one high up ahead across the 50-yard line. Leaping header from Giordano, played to the feet of Lena Touche. Here comes Touche. She's got Camporelli. Over to Gianna Camporelli. In on goal. She flicks it and scores! Gianna Camporelli with her 26th of the year has Mount St. Dominic ahead.
Oh, the stars are shining bright today for Mount St. Dominic. First Touche and now Camporelli. As this Livingston defense just completely loses her. They let her get by the defense on a nice attack and a nice little chip shot, able to poke it by Sherman. And Mount St. Dominic has their first lead of the day.
Lions with 2 in the second half. They're up by 1. 22 minutes still left to play. The Lancers looking for something, anything to get the momentum back in their favor. Fernandez's pass was intercepted by the Lions, now sent up ahead. Now comes right back to Lena Touche. She's got a goal and an assist today. Crosses that one for Giordano, but it's grabbed by Sherman. Nice punt from Sherman. Lands across the 50, and it'll roll out of play. The Livingston bench trying to fire up their team. Lancer student section gathered in the away bleachers. Not something you see every day from your own home field.
It's a little bit weird for the Lancers to look up the scoreboard and see Lancers 2, guess 1, know that they're losing. But that's the sight they have to see right now.
Now played over for Daisy Chang. She'll leave it for Chloe Wright, trying to spring Emily Fernandez, but that one rolling too far for her. Dina Bojkovic really pressuring Raju. That kick from Raju will take a deflection off of Bojkovic and roll out of play. As Jackie Karsic will now come in for Sofia Giordano. That's going to have Izzy DiLorenzo move over and take over for Giordano. That one goes through the legs of Fernandez, sent in on goal. Somoza will let it roll over towards her goalkeeper in Bella Raju. Just about midway through the second half. Here come the Lions once again, trying to spring Camporelli. She scores! Gianna Camporelli gets another from who else but Lena Touche.
Oh, Mount St. Dominic has come out in this second half, and they have absolutely dominated. As just another perfect through ball finds Camporelli, and again she picks her corner and buries it. 3 unanswered in this second half from the Lions as they're running away. With just 20 minutes left to go, they lead by 2.
Gianna Camporelli gets her 27th of the season, assisted by Lena Touche. She has her 18th and 19th assists, accompanied by her 25th goal of the year. Ariel Stein will come off the field. And now here comes Dina Bojkovic. That one just too far for her. It'll roll in for Bella Raju. Olivia Hans put just a little too much power on that through pass.
The Lancers really needed that one. That would have been so huge for them to respond after the 3 unanswered by Mount St. Dominic in the second half. It would have been huge for Bojkovic to get the momentum back in the Lancers' favor, but Hans just shot that one a little too far ahead of her.
Well, Mount St. Dominic, they looked dormant in the first half, and they've come out firing. 3 goals in 20 minutes for the Lions. The Lancers trying desperately to answer, but it's a free kick here for Mount St. Dominic. Lena Touche will take it. Touche sends this in on goal. That one goes off the foot of Fernandez, and she looks shaken up.
I think that she reached out at a weird angle, maybe hyperextended that leg a little bit.
Touche sends that one crossed through. Camparelli got a foot on it, but it was grabbed by Sherman. Sherman's boot up ahead, batted down by Karsich, and it'll roll out of play. Now a Lancers throw.
One thing this first 20 minutes of this half has done is sucked the life out of that Lancers sideline. The sideline has been so energetic all game, all year, and this is the quietest I've ever seen them.
Yeah, but this game, very similar to when the two teams played earlier in the season. Livingston got out to the early 1-goal lead, but then Mount St. Dominic came back and scored 2 straight. And then the Lancers, Emily Fernandez, evened it up late. And now here comes Sienna Goldstein along the wing. She crosses this one through, broken up by Davitt, and sent across the sideline. Now left over for LaBrunda. LaBrunda, unforced, will send this one up out of play. Marissa Solomon will take the throw for the Lancers. Goes right to the stomach of Emily Fernandez. Thrown to the ground by Di Lorenzo, but a foul called. Sophia Giordano waiting along the sideline, ready to go back into this game. That one headed away, and now over for Fernandez. Fernandez trying to cross. That one goes off of Somoza. Over towards the sideline, it'll roll out of play. It's going to be a Lancers throw. Way deep into the Lions' end.
Really getting into desperation mode for the Lancers. They have just under 17 minutes to score 2 goals now.
Solomon tried to throw that one over for Bojkovic. It was stopped by Touche and cleared.
Touche got a little lucky. That wasn't a handball. That kind of rolled on her stomach a little bit and almost caught her hands.
That ball once again being kicked out of play, so now another throw-in coming for the Lancers. Now Lana Touche sends that one across field for Reina Casas. Casas trying to settle the ball down. She'll get to the outside, working around DeFrancisco. Casas along the wing, gets into the box. She crosses that one to the top. It'll roll through Tatiana Cunha. Comes back over for Touche. Touche will pull up. She'll cut back and feed it for Emma LaBrunda. LaBrunda will take her time. She'll cut to the inside, find Touche along the top of the box, and now cleared away by Hans. Somoza racing after it with Bojkovic closely behind. Now sent to the sideline, out of play, and now the Lancers will have to move this one quickly. Ariel Stein coming in for Livingston in exchange for Sienna Goldstein, and Sophia Giordano will come in for Reina Casas. $15 minutes is all that stands between Mount St. Dominic and their first Essex County title in program history. Somoza stopping that ball. LaBrunda appeared to get a little jersey tug on Bojkovic, but nothing was called. Bojkovic pressing Touche very closely. And they'll rule it a foul on Bojkovic. So now a free kick here for the Lions. Now sent up ahead by Bella Raju, headed forwards by Tatiana Cunha. Into the feet now of Lena Touche, cleared by Chloe Wright. Comes over for Camporelli. Camporelli in on a 1-on-4. Camporelli trying to get this one through for Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo will play it now over for Alexa Cunha. Cunha's cross into the box, headed away by Levitsky. Comes back to Camporelli, searching for the hat trick. Batted down by Karsic. Karsic pump fakes on the shot. She gets in on goal, and it's cleared away. Now taken by Daisy Chang and sent up ahead. Pass intended for Dina Bokovic, but it was broken up by Davitt. Bokovic pressing Emma Labrunda as it goes over for Fernandez. That one will go off the foot of Goldstein, rolling over for Bella Raju. And she will gather. Giordano settles it down, now sent up ahead, intended for Di Lorenzo. Knocked down by Touche, once again intended for Di Lorenzo, but cleared away by Di Francisco. Through pass from Fernandez, intended once again for Dina Bokovic, just a bit far out of her reach. Raju really taking her time. Maybe a bit early to start wasting. That'll bounce over the head of Labrunda and Goldstein, now played by Stein and Giordano. Giordano taken down to the ground by Goldstein, and it's going to be a free kick here for Mount St. Dominic. They'll let Anya Davitt take the kick. Here comes the boot from Davitt. That one controlled by Ariana Levitsky, but after that play, she's down and in some pain. That shot will sail wide of goal, but we'll have to stop the clock as Levitsky's down.
And Livingston can't afford another injury. They really got to pray Levitsky's all right.
And they've already had so many. It looks like Levitsky is going to be okay. Maybe had the wind knocked out of her there for a minute. Casas will come in for Di Lorenzo for the Lions. Sherman's line drive kick goes to the chest of Touche, but the touch too far for her as the Lancers clear across the sideline. A throw-in coming for Mount St. Dominic. Tatiana Cunha plays it over for Somoza, now out wide for Labrunda. Labrunda up ahead. Back to Tatiana Cunha now. The 1-2 pass, beautiful give and go. Here comes the cross from Giordano. That one is kneed by Levitsky, popped up in the air and a roll out of play for a Lancers goal kick. 10:44 to play. Di Francisco will come out now for the Lancers. That one knocked down by Labrunda, played over for Anya Davitt. She looks to send it up ahead, but it's intercepted by Fernandez. Trying to spring Dina Bokovic. Bokovic racing in on it. She pokes that one by Raju and sent across the back line for a corner.
I don't think she was the one who touched that there. I think that was poked by the defender on Mount St. Dominic. And she's sending out. It'll be a Lancers corner.
It'll be a crucial corner here for Livingston. Under 10 minutes to play. Mount St. Dominic up 3-1. 2 goals from Camporelli, 1 from Touche. Here comes the cross. That one low and off the side of the goal.
Well, Livingston looks completely out of it right now. That was a must-needed corner for them trying to get back into this game. They just sent a shot off the side of the net.
Looking very demoralized. That one settled down by Giordano. Nice job from Stein. She collides with LeBrunda. The Lancers looking to work this one quickly. Comes over for Bojkovic. She stumbles down to the turf. No whistle blown there as it goes off of Ariel Stein, controlled by Olivia Hans. Played up and now back comes it for Hans. She's unable to control and get the shot away as here comes Karsic. Trying to spring an attack for the Lions. Over for Sofia Giordano. She works it up ahead for Camporelli. Camporelli working in against Solomon. Gianna Camporelli searching for the hat trick. She's dragged down in the box.
And this looks like it will be a penalty shot.
Solomon, not enough speed. Just decided that she wanted to lock arms with Camporelli. She got the yellow card as now here comes a penalty kick. It's going to be Lena Touche who will take it.
This would really seal this game up. Goal here. There's no coming back for Livingston.
Touche so good at placing her shots. Needs to do a perfect job of doing that here. Solomon, after the yellow card, will come out for Dondra Curdy. A crucial point in the game for Sherman and the Lancers. Penalty kicks, such a guessing game. Touche backs up in to take the kick. She scores! Touche gets her second of the game on the PK, and it's 4-1 Lions.
Well, Sherman guessed right on that PK. As obviously you just said, PKs are such a guessing game. Sherman went the right direction, but that was such a perfectly placed shot from Touche. Sherman had no shot at that.
Yeah, Sherman went to dive over the ball, hoping it was kicked in the air, but it was a ground ball rolled just under Ayla Sherman. And now it's a 4-1 lead for Mount St. Dominic.
And that looks like it's going to spell doom on the Lancers' hopes of a third straight Essex County tournament title.
That one sent up ahead by Solomon over all the defenders' heads. Looked like Bojkovic would have had an open run in on goal, but decided to slow up.
Yeah, she knew she wasn't getting there.
That one punted up ahead by Raju. Need in the midfield by Dondra Curdy, as now Emily Fernandez looks to send it over for Dina Bojkovic. Bojkovic working in against Acuna. She's taken down to the turf. No whistle blown, and she looks hurt. We'll have to stop the clock here with 7:40 left to play here in the second half.
Well, this is a player the Lancers can't afford to lose, as they're going to need to rebound from this game and get ready for the state tournament, and they're going to need Dina for that.
Well, Bojkovic looks to get up okay, and you got to think now 7:30 left in the game, 4-1 down. Could you just play the healthy play and take Bojkovic out just in case?
I don't know. It depends how she feels, but I feel like you got to keep her in.
The Lancers really trying to battle and get back in this one. Settled down by Camporelli. Battling with Olivia Hans. Nice job from Emily Fernandez to step in and poke that one away from Camporelli. Now here comes Gabriela de Oliveira. Stepping up was Cunha, and de Oliveira forced to send it away. And now comes the time wasting for Mount St. Dominic. Raju playing catch with Alexa Cunha. Cunha now will send this one up ahead. It'll take a touch off of Chloe Wright and goes out of play. Substitutions being made. Now incoming will be Jackie Karsich. Karsich going to come in for Izzy De Lorenzo. That one lofted up ahead. It'll roll over to Raju. Knocked down by Dondra Curdy. Curdy trying to spring a Lancers attack. She tries to make the headway feed. That one broken up by Anya Davitt. And Lena Touche will control. Touche's taken down on a slide tackle from Fernandez, who looks shaken up.
We saw Fernandez limping a little earlier in the half, and looks like to be that same leg that she was favoring earlier, and she looks hurt.
So Emily Fernandez, who looks to be a bit shaken up after that play, will jog off with a bit of a limp, favoring that left leg. So Dondra Curdy will take over for her along the left wing, and that will move Sophia Botea into the midfield. That one goes under the foot of Camporelli. Wright will play it over for Daisy Chang. Trying to spring Dondra Curdy as Davitt plays that one back for Raju. Now played ahead. That one broken up by Kayla Hauser. A group of headers as Hauser takes a nice angle to cut off Sienna Goldstein. Vukovic is pressuring Raju. She's forced to send that one up ahead. Stays will go out of play, so now a Lancer throw as we're under 5 minutes here in regulation. It's a 4-1 lead. 2 goals from Camporelli and 2 from Touche. That one kicked up ahead. Camporelli is shoved to the ground by Levitsky, and there's going to be a foul called. And this is the most goals that the Lancers have given up all season. Never in a game have they allowed more than 3.
It really just goes to show you how dominant of an offense Mount St. Dominic has. They've been doing it all season. They've been averaging 4.42 goals per game, and they put 4 in the back of the net against this Livingston team when it matters most.
And the Lancers only allowed 3 goals in 1 game as well this season, and that one also to Mount St. Dominic. .340 left in the second half. Curdy headers that one ahead as it's cleared away by Davitt. Ball bouncing around will land at the feet of Chloe Wright, and she'll play it over to Olivia Hans in the midfield. Now to Daisy Chang, playing right back to Wright. Right up ahead. That one will go off the foot of Curdy and out of play.
Really got to give Mount St. Dominic some credit here. Their best team in program history. And they're getting off to a 20-0 start and an Essex County tournament title as they'll head into states on fire. And this has to be one of the better halves of soccer I've seen from almost any team.
Yeah, and Mount St. Dominic not just going to peruse into the state tournament either. They still have one more game left on their schedule, and that's the Prep A tournament final against Pennington. Pennington is 13-2-1, so another great game for Mount St. Dominic. Could have them 2 tournament titles going into the state tournament.
Well, maybe they could get a trifecta, go Essex County title, Prep title, then state title. Well, they're about 2 minutes away from getting one of them.
Looking pretty similar to Manchester City in that 2023 season. They won the treble, winning the Premier League, Champions League, and the Club World Cup. Raju elects to boot this one up ahead as it's knocked down by, well, they'll blow a whistle after an air horn gets blown in the stands.
As a reminder, there are no air horns allowed at the facility.
Just a quick reminder, no air horns.
I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Stopping play from an air horn in the stand.
Well, had some air horns last night at the Lancer football game. No stoppage of play there. They'll call it a drop ball. So now the Lancers down 3, a minute 27 to go. Dina Bojkovic in on goal. Raju will keep the ball in play, and she'll pick this one up with a minute 19.
With where the game is right now, it's kind of hard to imagine that Mount St. Dominic was even trailing at any point in this game. Oh, I know it seems like a while ago, but they were down 1 heading into halftime. They came out into the second half on fire. They tied the game. They never looked back from there. Scored 3 more goals. It's been a great game, Alex.
Yeah, they came out absolutely firing, and now here comes Camparelli. That pass too far behind Casas. Now played out wide for Kayla Hauser. Hauser looking to work this one up ahead for Sophia Giordano. Giordano will take her time along the corner. Under 30 seconds to play. Giordano just going to waste some time. Shield Solomon off the ball. She'll get some help in the form of Sophia Botea, now cleared away by Levitsky. Hauser will turn around with this ball, play it into the midfield. The final seconds tick away. Put on your crowns, Lions, because you are the new queens of Essex County. A 4-1 victory for Mount St. Dominic. It's their first Essex County title in program history, and they take down the Lancers.
What a game, Alex. This came down to a second half dominant performance by Mount St. Dominic, where they took control, took the lead, never looked back. And this is a well-deserved Essex County tournament title.
Yeah, it was a fantastic job by the 2 stars of the Lions. Gianna Camparelli with 2 goals and 2 assists. Lena Touche, 2 goals, 2 assists. It was a fantastic game here in Livingston, a fantastic tournament day. St. Benedict's won the first one with a 9-1, or with a 1-0 finish, and now Mount St. Dominic wins 4-1. They'll play Pennington in the final of the Prep A tournament on Tuesday. I'm Alex Cohen, joined alongside Eli Gorin. Thank you for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention to midfield for the presentation of our trophies. Let us now recognize the 2025
Wait, am I gonna
Essex
stop
County
recording?
Tournament Girls Soccer Finals. First, our runner-up, the Livingston Lancers. Lorenzo Sozio, Director of Athletics at Mount St. Dominic Academy, and Marcelino Mara, Director of Athletics at Belleville High School, is presenting the second place trophy to Coach Brian Carr, Captains Hunter Lansman, Izzy Kalili, Olivia Hans, Dina Boykovich, and Casey Conklin. Congratulations, Livingston. And now, help us congratulate the girls soccer Essex County Tournament champions, Mount St. Dominic. 00, Maisie Scabola. Number 1, Bella Raju. Number 2, Kayla Hauser. Number 3, Isabel Di Lorenzo. Number 4, Reese Falcone. Number 5, Caitlin Ryan. Number 6, Anya Dabi. Number 7, Gianna Camparelli. Number 8, Gabriella Scalzitti. Number 9, Lena Touche. Number 10, Adriana Soljanovsky. Number 11, Sofia Giordano. Number 12, Angelise Ramirez. Number 13, Jackie Karchik. Number 15, Tatiana Cunha. Number 16, Alexa Cunha. Number 17, Valentina Somoza. Number 18, Emma Lebrunda. Number 21, Reina Casas. Number 22, Megan Tucci. Number 23, Olivia Hall. And number 99, Kayla Wilson. Head coach, Angelo Del Vecchio. Congratulations to both teams on a magnificent, well-played tournament.